Welcome back. We're gonna go actually try and drive the car with a passenger today so we can actually get some footage without me risking dying. So it's a little sketchy that we decided to drive it. Let's see what the weather looks like outside. Oh, yeah, snow. It's not bad though. We'll just try not to die. Yeah. Wish me luck, and we have a bit of a parking conundrum. She's gonna be filmmaker today. Godspeed, people. So, clearly the garage floor is a little dirty. My company car goes into a bunch of ugly places, and that whole side of the garage is a disaster because I don't have a commercial building yet, and I run a construction company out of my garage essentially, so we have a bunch of storage and stuff, so I need to find a place for all that. Today we need to get the garage clean because we've got two vehicles sitting on the street. I got my truck outside, and we've got this in here. Oh, first world problems. We'll get you guys a cold start on this thing too. Oh, let's see. For a stock car. She just got quiet on me, get warming up a little bit. We're gonna let it warm up for a bit and we're gonna take it for a ride. We're just letting her warm up. We've still got the little cold icon and this thing's yelling at me, but at least to get one last bit of unwrapping satisfaction. I forgot to take off the cover. If I could get it. That's so satisfying. I don't understand. So one other thing that's new on this, on your little thumb wheel on the right of the wheel, you can change what's on the screen. You can go through kind of fuel, oil temp, oil pressure, battery voltage. You can roll up and do like track mode. You could change your settings in the car. Shows your peak power performance as you're driving, so it kind of tracks your RPM. Gear shift select or assist, so it kind of gives you a hey, shift down, shift up. I haven't gotten to use that yet, so I don't know how well it works. Tire pressure, G-force, the sport chrono, and back to navigation. So kind of a lot of features on the display that you did not have in the 991s. So that's kind of sweet. All right, she's warmed up, and we're going to try not to die driving this thing on P0s in the snow. And we made it out of the driveway at least.
Now turn left.
I wonder how mad the neighbors would be if we did spin class right in the middle of the cul-de-sac. And guys, our drone is somewhere. We still haven't found it yet. It's either on that house or in their backyard. We'll do some, now that it's the weekend and people are home, we'll stop by and see if we can talk to some people and see if we can find it. And I will say the heated seats in this thing get hot unbelievably quick. And then we've got, I'm not going to shoot his house, it'd be polite, but we've got a neighbor here who has a Hurricane Evo, and he just got rid of his Urus. Got a nice new G63 in place of it. So one of a couple car enthusiasts in the neighborhood. Gave a little test hard on the brakes there to see how bad it's going to slide in this little dusting, but it's not too bad. Traction's questionable. And one thing I did already notice, we tried to put something in navigation using voice command. Useless. Traction is nowhere to be found. Yeah, you guys, we're not going to be able to get you much of anything under any sort of hard throttle. I just barely got on it in second gear, and it's just like instantly spinning the tires. It is currently 22 degrees outside with snowy damp roads, so more of just a relaxing drive to the flooring store. Is the perfect vehicle to take to go shop for floors. Quite naturally, we won't be bringing any home today, but we've got a construction project that's going to need floors coming up here in about 6 weeks, so we got to get that stuff ordered today, get it on the road, so we don't run into any delays. Now we're on a little bit drier road. Nope, that's third gear at 60, and it's still just, as soon as it starts to come into the power band, I'm gonna kidnap the camera. As soon as it comes into the power band, you just feel the back tires, they're gone immediately. So I am not gonna be able to get you guys any wide open throttle footage on this thing until probably later next week. It's supposed to be in the 50s. So as soon as we've got a dry 50-degree day, we're going for some rips. And one thing I do wanna say, hi honey. The only gauge you can actually see, and you're not gonna be able to tell from the camera because it's even closer, that you can see while driving is the tach and the speedometer in the tach and like the little bit of gear shift. Everything else on the peripherals completely blocked by the steering wheel. And one thing that's sweet is the rev match. I mean, that's the smoothest downshift ever, and it's all computer controlled. On one hand, I love that. On the other hand, it like completely takes that portion of the drive out of, you know, your hands as the driver. Which for like daily driving on the street, that's kind of sweet. On the track, probably gonna help a ton, but I bet most purists are going to turn that feature off and use their own skill set to auto blip it down. Me, like I told you guys before, I haven't driven stick in so long. I'm using the feature, and it's so smooth. Never driven a car that has auto blip. You know, my motorcycles that I've had in the past have all had auto blip on them, like the BMW S1000RR. And on track, on a bike, that was friggin' amazing. A totally new experience in a car, and I'm just blown away how smooth they've got it. I mean, we're just cruising in fifth right now, and if I just jam it in third, boom, smooth, no jerk, no nothing. It's kind of sweet. There, another hilarious attempt at Excel. That was decent. At least we get a little Excel out of that one. People got to be thinking we're crazy. Now it's starting to flurry out, so we're driving a brand new GT3 in the snow. Probably getting some weird looks from people. Oh, we're getting videoed by those people. Hi! Yeah, they're probably like, these guys are idiots. Oh well, such is life. Cars are meant to be enjoyed. When we had the 991.1 RS, we went out to dinner in January, and our buddy brought his SVJ out in very similar conditions. So you got a GT3 RS and an SVJ parked next to snow mountains. You get some goofy looks. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to turn all the stuff off that reduces you from being able to have fun. Found a parking lot with a little bit of snow on it, and do a little test lap to make sure there's no crap that we can run into. But let's see. What good is it having a rear-wheel drive car in the winter if you can't enjoy a couple of donuts? You never get too old for that. Ever. you guys think? Are you ever too old to do donuts in a sports car? I don't think so. I'm almost 40, and I feel like I'll never stop until the day I die. Let me know in the comments below. Are you an old man who loves to do freaking donuts, or am I a lone soldier in this? Strad, you don't count because you're still younger than me, but I love the fact that you don't care what car you're in, you'll rip donuts in the snow, and that's just freaking amazing. So jump in and let's go.